Time out. It's Ceito, the spirit coach. And I'm getting you in shape and form for the age of Aquarius. Yes, I'm getting you in shape and form for the age of Aquarius. Okay? I'm starting in the man in the mirror. Oh, yeah. Okay, Moon in Scorpio. Y'all know how Moon in Scorpio do. If you don't know, I'm about to teach you how to do, okay? All right, let's do this. Let's do that. Time out. It's Ceito, the spirit coach, getting you in shape and form for the age of Aquarius. Yet again, we got the Sun in Gemini, Moon in Scorpio. So theme is motivated to communicate. So, okay, the Moon brings reaction responses to the 8th house. You know, fixed water, being fixated on your own emotions and feelings. And, you know what I'm saying, ruled by Mars. So we're motivated, you know what I'm saying? And then we're trying to take power control and having power control struggles with our emotions. And how that look is, you know what I'm saying, what's communicated, you know what I'm saying? So we're going to want to communicate to feel in control and things of that nature. So, you know, if you feel in control, if you don't feel in control, you might be communicating, you know what I'm saying, and getting hit by this angle, which is an inconjunction that make you misunderstand how to feel in control based on, you know, the sun being in the air sign, you know what I'm saying, which is logic and sharing ideas and unemotional, but you're going to want to feel in control where the moon is at, all right? So get your ass in the game. Time out. And those are the energies for today. Yes, the moon is in Scorpio. The moon is in Scorpio and the sun is in Gemini, okay? So yeah, what up, Kev? We're going to be fixated. Okay, let's break this down from the beginning. The moon. Okay? The moon is our moods. The moon rules the tides. The moon rules the emotions. The moon rules the reactions. The moon rules the feelings. Okay? Now, we see that on an external level with it ruling the tides. But what your body made out of? 90% of. Okay, so you got to understand, first of all, we are water in some way, shape, or form. And we all, and stars is water as well. We are water, okay? So the moon is based on, the moon is our reflection based on how we rotate. Okay? So if the sun is shining on our body of water and it is creating a projection of the spectrum that we in, you know what I'm saying, and we're seeing that, it reflects in specific areas based on rotation and how it moves. Okay? So right now the moon is in an area where we call fixated fall. So basically when the sun goes into fixated fall, we see that externally right now. But since it's the moon, we're not going to see that externally right now. We're going to react to that. We're going to feel that. Okay? Okay? The sun brings transformation on an external level. The moon brings transformation on an internal level, or reactions and responses on an internal level. Okay? So that's what we all reacting and responding to based on, you know, them calculating and what we did, you know what I'm saying, early on as astrologers to understand transitions and why we was feeling certain ways at these specific times and shit like that. Okay? So the moon is in fixated fall, which is Scorpio. Okay? So Scorpio plays out as fixed water, being fixated on your own emotion and feeling. Okay? So that's, if you know Scorpios, that's what they do. And so when you're fixated on your own emotional and feeling, you know what I'm saying, and based on that, where, you know what I'm saying, those influences come from, you know what I'm saying, during the fall time, you know, there's a lot of death. We see a lot of leaves falling off the trees. We see a lot of us detaching. We see a lot of us falling away. we see a lot of us transforming and getting emotionally comfortable and being ready to fixate, you know what I'm saying, so we can go into winter, you know, the winter experience coming up. Okay? So, you know that the summer has died, you know what I'm saying, and that would be the fall, you know what I'm saying, of Adam, you know what I'm saying, which would be like the sun, you know what I'm saying? So yeah. So that's what we're dealing with right now when the moon is on a speculative level when it comes to what we're actually talking about when the moon is in Scorpio. Okay? So, therefore, this influence is going to have us reacting to Scorpio energy. It's ruled by Mars, it's ruled by passion, it's ruled by motivation, you know, willpower, and co-ruled by Pluto. Transformation, death, power, and control. Now, I already just told y'all how we can see that on an external level when we're actually in that portion of the fall. You know what I'm saying? We're going to see that, you know, but for the most part, right now, we're only dealing with that with our emotions. So we're all trying to take power. We all feel motivated. We all want to feel fixated and emotionally comfortable, especially when it comes to what we're communicating in our environment, what we're elaborating on based on the sun still being in Gemini and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? So this energy right now is us, you know, communicating for a sense of emotional security. Now, because it's water, you know what I'm saying, and the sun is in air, how we're going to do that is we're going to communicate and speak and act and think we're communicating for logical reasons. Think and communicate for logical reasons. Think and communicate for sharing ideas and seeing what others think about our own ideas and seeing what we think about our own ideas and communicating that and trying to share that mind and things of that nature. But just because of the angle and the inconjunction based on the sun and moon right now, we may come across a misunderstanding on how to connect to that in a harmonious way. Inconjunctions can play out like trines, they can play out like sextiles, and they can play out like squares. They can play out like all the alignments. But for the most part, it causes a misunderstanding because for the most part, it's like they play out like they almost can't help each other. They're in the same area. And so when you know these energies and you know how to, you know what they hidden for, basically this is when you understand how to not get washed away by what you're participating in for the most part. You know what I'm saying? Now that's some spiritual shit. You as a spirit have to know your own limits and capabilities. I can't specifically tell you how to go about those things in that nature. I only can really tell you and point to you what's going on and show you that there is that specific reason that we actually feel these things and we actually see these things playing out in our environment, our surroundings. And that's why you can watch me, you know what I'm saying, and I can resonate with you where you're at and not even know who the fuck you are, you know what I'm saying, or not even, you know what I'm saying, whatever. You know, so therefore, you know, it's a spiritual tool in science that you can use, you know what I'm saying, to better delegate your own chakras and alignments, because you have your own sun through Saturn and shit like that. And so for instance, you know, if you're a Taurus today, you might feel in heavy opposition, you know what I'm saying, based on, you know, you wanted everything to be stable and shit like that and whatnot, but things are a little bit more emotion and things of that nature. You might be dry, but people may be calm, cool, and but you like to be dry and calm, cool, collected and things of that nature, but that's not how it's going to play out. Things are going to be a little bit emotional, and you got to be fixated on your own way of feeling. So you might be trying to be fixated on your own way of trying to make sense and be practical and shit like that, and that may not work. Aquarius, based on you having an opposition. Aquarius, you know what I'm saying? You like to be fixated on your own way of thinking and communicating and things of that nature. And for the most part, communication is in the sky in a way of actions with the sun and Gemini in a mutable way. But for the most part, as Aquarius, you might have to go through a learning process when it comes to being fixated on your own feelings and shit like that. What up, Jaboon? And not try to communicate as much and things of that nature, and learn how to just let things go and let things fall and let things die. You know what I'm saying? You remember, Scorpio season is in a fixated fall. So not that we're only receiving that on we're not seeing that, aka it's not playing out like the sun is there, it's playing out like the moon is there. So that's what it's playing out through our moods and emotions. So yeah, we all kind of going through a slight emotional detachment or death of something, or transformation or something, or trying to take power and control of something. Now, taking power and control can look many ways. Taking power and control could look like you letting something go, you know what I'm saying? Or take power and control could be like you getting a hold of something. But for the most part, it's done with the emotions. So you have to take power and control over your feeling. Now, you're going to want to do that with the sun and Gemini amongst others and shit like that. And it may cause a misunderstanding, but for the most part, it's the way that the energies participate today. So if you want to participate, you know what I'm saying, it's just you're going to be doing that. You're going to be doing that through communication and shit like that. And people may not understand. So you will just have to deal with that. Now, don't knowing astrology make that much easier on your mind? You know what I'm saying? Don't knowing astrology make that much easier. Oh, okay, it's just something we're going through today. Oh, it's just something that we're experiencing today. Oh, it's just, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't that make it much easier? Instead of you taking it to heart and you putting so much emotion and shit like that, and you actually believing you are the body, you are the experience and things of that nature and shit like that, and you can't let it go. You communicate and you're doing that in a way of trying to take power control through communicating. But if others not in that space, then you know what I'm saying? What can you do? Okay? But if you knew astrology, wouldn't that make that much easier on your mind? So that's it. That's all this is. It's just knowing what the fuck is happening. You know what I'm saying? So that's what you have the ability to do, participating in something like astrology. All right? And I want to make it very clear. This is a tool, something you can use, okay? CeitoWorld.com, okay? You can go there and book me for a consultation, or you can sign up for membership. And we'll get it popping. So right now, we're just going to do this quick esoteric stretch and things of that nature, so y'all can know the alignments, what's going on. Y'all can understand my perception of them, and then we can move forward. Yeah, gems. Shout out to Jam Boom Boom. You know what I'm saying? You define your own space. Stop letting external shit define you. We're supposed to receive these energies and crystallize and come up with our own angles and come up with a fucking, you know what I'm saying? And that's when we create mental diamonds, mental gems. And that way you can look like you got some knowledge that somebody else don't have. Okay, because you then created a mental gem and things of that nature, and now you can look like you got gems to help someone else and things of that nature, you know what I'm saying? But everything starts with the mind first and shit like that. So if you ain't doing it with the mind, you infinitely flunked out of the body. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing, people don't know how to make up their mind. Okay? And so we all in this together. I fall short of this shit too. I'm not saying I'm perfect and things of that nature, and I ain't trying to sound like, you know what I'm saying, I'm giving no, you know what I'm saying, but I'm just trying to point to the shit, because this is what I like talking about and things of that nature. And for the most part, this is what I experience around me. Give me 1 second. All right. Yeah. So, Sun trine Saturn right now. We're going to be limited in our actions, you know what I'm saying? Or we're going to be seeing reality in some way, shape, or form and things of that nature. So Sun trine Saturn is going to be the gift to feel limited in actions, or you can see reality in things of that nature. And so that way you can go back to the drawing board and understand what reality is. You know what I'm saying? Okay? Sun square Neptune. Now, remember, when I say the sun, that's conscious awareness. You know what I'm saying? That represents actions. That represents information. You know what I'm saying? That represents expressions. So, you know what I'm saying? We're all going to be limited to we're all going to feel the gift of reality, you know, within what we're expressing or within what we want to act on. You know what I'm saying? So it's just going to be there. Anytime we act, you know what I'm saying, we're going to see the boundaries in that. We're going to see the limits in that. We're going to see the our own capabilities within that and shit like that. So, you know what I'm saying, you may feel limited in some way, shape, or form right now just based on reality in some way, shape, or form. So, you know, and Saturn is reality. Saturn is time. Saturn is restriction. Saturn is pattern and things of that nature. So you're going to have to you're going to have the gift to see these things and shit like that. What is holding you back? What is restricting you? What is, you know what I'm saying? And make sure you're looking for those things if you haven't seen them. You got the gift to see them right now. Okay? Sun square Neptune. So we also learning how to see dreams right now. And we're also learning how to see imaginations and illusions. Okay? So with our actions and things of that nature, we don't really know what our dreams are right now. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to learn about our dreams. Our dreams keep slipping away for the most part. You know what I'm saying? In some way, shape, or form. And you know what I'm saying? Dreams are in that realm in general. But, you know, for especially right now, we got a strong square with Neptune. So, you know what I'm saying? We're trying to learn how to see, you know what I'm saying? What is our imagination? What is our dream right now? We don't even know. You know what I'm saying? So we got to learn that in some way, shape, or form. So you got to learn that based on your houses and things of that nature. Like, if you don't know your houses and shit like that, hit me up. Moon opposed Venus. So we're going to also have uncomfortable love matters at the moment. So Moon is going to be opposite to Venus right now, creating the effect of feeling opposite to love. So we're going to feel opposite to our love matters. We're not going to feel comfortable with relating, with appreciation, with value. And I'm already knowing what's going on right now. Give me 1 second. See, I'm seeing restrictions my damn self. You know what I'm saying? I got the kids here, so I got to do this live with the kids and shit. Mommy gone and shit like that. But yeah, seeing reality. You know what I'm saying? You know, seeing reality. We ain't got no good babysitters out here. You know what I'm saying? We looking for them though and shit like that. We looking for some good babysitters. You know what I'm saying? Some people that can, you know. And we also looking for the money for the motherfuckers too. So, you know what I'm saying? As I said, I'm petitioning the universe right now. Petitioning the universe. Baby's crying. All right. Let's get back to this product. So, like I was saying, we got Moon opposed Venus. We got the Moon in Scorpio. Moon in Scorpio right here. Feeling opposite to Venus and things of that nature. So we're going to feel opposite to our relationships in some way, shape, or form, relatability, relativeness, you know what I'm saying, being relatable, being comfortable with relating, information in our passions right now. We got Moon in conjunct Mars, so we're gonna misunderstand our passions at the moment. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna misunderstand how to feel comfortable with our passions. You hear the baby crying? I'm telling y'all this shit right here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I like to put this shit in real perspective. I'm not capping. My passion is getting on here. My passion is expressing my personality. My passion is talking to y'all and things of that nature. I don't feel comfortable doing that right now because I know my kids probably up there acting damn fool. They're not the worst kids in the world, but for the most part, you know what I'm saying, I know how they like to fight and bicker and stuff like that. But yeah, moving on. We got Moon opposed Uranus. So we're going to feel opposite to individuality and change. You know what I'm saying? So people might not want to change right now. People might be stuck in their own way of feeling. People might not want to connect with change. People might not want to feel comfortable with changing their point of view and things of that nature, which is the opposition. All right? And I get down real to shit like that. This shit manifests for real and shit. Like, I'm like Archangel Gabriel in the second house and shit like that. And then my sun is like basically in the second house and my moon and shit like that, and Saturn as well. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, this shit manifests in real time for me. Okay, then we got Moon square Pluto. This is learning how to put depth to things properly. Okay, so we're going to learn how to put depth to, we're trying to learn how to put depth to things properly. We don't know right now. We're just going through a learning process. We're trying to find out how to transform things. We're going through a learning process and things of that nature. So everything that you want to put depth to, you want in the past and shit like that, right now, shit like that, you might have to learn how to do that. You know what I'm saying? It may not come with ease. You know what I'm saying? The people, places, and things, and the thoughts and shit like that, especially when it comes to taking power control over our situation and our circumstances, as far as like, our gain of security, you know what I'm saying, our financial situations, for the most part, we're trying to learn how to take power control over that with Pluto and put depth to that. Let me go see. Hold on. Let me go see. Bear with me. I told y'all this is a specific live, so y'all can understand this transit shit in live person. They was fighting over chips. Don't make no sense. Okay, so get back to this. You know what I'm saying? We're learning how to take power and control over our emotional states right now and shit like that. So we're not doing that in a sufficient way, like it's an opportunity to take power control. Oh yeah, okay, I got this babysitter coming in, so I can, I can take power control of my emotions and feelings right now. Or we're not doing that in a trying and shit like that. It ain't just falling in our lap. Everybody gone and shit. It's a square. So we're learning about the control of whatever emotional state we're in and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Now you can rise above these energies, aka have angels, have higher thoughts and ways of going about this, or you can be stuck into the lower aspect of these energies yourself. Okay? And fall victim to it. But for the most part, sometimes the universe do want to see if you're going to fight. Sometimes the universe do want to see if you're serious about your passion. Sometimes the universe do want to see that and shit like that. And then once you do that and maintain that, the universe will be it'll see you trying, and it'll give you, as we call it, blessings. But it's not really, blessings in a sense of being less, but for the most part, you're doing something God's way, aka you're doing something a way that it has never been done before because of whatever aspect and mentality that you're in and shit like that. So we learning how to take control over our comfortability right now based on the moon, aka the emotions, and Pluto control power and control issues and shit like that. So it's coming in as a square. It's coming as a learning process. It's coming in as something we got to learn about. And I'm a real father and shit like that. So I take care of not only just, you know what I'm saying, my motherfucking, you know, circumstances and situations and my children and things of that nature, but I take care of my mentalities and shit like that and my emotions and shit like that. So yeah, that's why people should, you know, that get frustrated over their kids that do things and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta be careful with that energy because sometimes that energy don't even really be warranted on them and things of that nature. So yeah, so you just gotta learn yourself. And then once you learn yourself, then you can learn what you're going through, you know what I'm saying? And now you have a better spaceship to hop in these situations where it may feel like, okay, this shit not working or whatever. It don't really matter about that. Are you doing what God want to see if you're going to do what you're going to do. You know what I'm saying? God want to see if you're connected to what you're going to do personally. That's what God wants to see. All right. Then we got, we got Moon opposed Uranus for the opposite chain. All right, I said that. Then we got Mercury square Saturn. So we learning how to think about these past limitations. So past limitations is coming back and shit like that. So we gotta learn how to, you know what I'm saying, we got it's gonna make us think a whole bunch about some past shit, you know what I'm saying, past limitation. You might even have to pick up a past job or do some past shit that you was doing to gain, you know what I'm saying, some type of sense of capability in your life, some type of sense of, you know what I'm saying, building in your life and shit like that, you know what I'm saying, but just understanding that Saturn is retrograde right now. So, you know, we all, and Mercury, you know what I'm saying, is our thinking, logic, and shit like that. So we're all trying to make sense of, you know what I'm saying, past restrictions, past boundaries, past limits, and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying, past motherfucking things we was giving a whole bunch of time to. You know what I'm saying, you know, all that shit. And things like, it was all good just a week ago until Saturn and Pluto went retrograde, okay? Then we got Mercury sextile Neptune. So this is opportunity to communicate your dreams or illusions and shit like that. So make sure your mind is not in an illusionary space. Okay, make sure your mentality is not in an illusionary space. Make sure you're doing that and putting your mind to creative things, and that's how you do that sufficiently. If y'all not even really doing nothing creative and shit like that, don't even jump into too much communication right now, because like, at least for this trend and shit, because this is a fucked up trend as far as like communication and shit like that. And then you trying to feel power and control, you know what I'm saying, over communication right now. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna work. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna work for the most part unless you have your mind in a way where you're doing something you're comfortable with being passionate about, that really don't got nothing to do with, you know what I'm saying, you get receiving a desire or some way, shape, or form. You know what I'm saying? You are the passion, you are the motivation, you are the desire. You are that, you know what I'm saying? So only you can fulfill yourself at specific times and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? You can't make anybody else fulfill you. You know what I'm saying? You can't make, you know, people, places, and things outside of you fulfill your emotional state. Okay. Yeah. Then we got Venus conjunct Uranus, so all of our values is going through a change and shit like that. So Earth is going through a change. You know what I'm saying? You know, with Venus is right on motherfucking Uranus, so love is going through a change. You know what I'm saying? Appreciation is going through a change, and the more you hold on to like past ways of relationships, past ways of relating, past ways of gaining security, you know what I'm saying? You're not doing anything outside of the scope of what you know. You know what I'm saying? And shit like that. The more it may be hard for you to transform and get where you need to go in your life, you know what I'm saying, right now, and shit like that. Now, it may look scary. Uranus do not like changing under the guise of Taurus. Uranus falls in Taurus, okay? So, you know, when something is falling, that's like when it sleeps. So it's like it's trying to change, but it's not doing that in a sufficient way as it would like to, as if it was exalted, you know what I'm saying, as a planet, or as it was home as a planet, you know what I'm saying? So Uranus is we're changing, you know what I'm saying, things that look like stability. You know what I'm saying? Things that look like we should value. You know what I'm saying? Things that look like we can get us from point A to point B. So, for instance, if you're using this for yourself and you're not going against, you're not doing what the shadow government wants you to do, as far as like, you know what I'm saying? And they doing it too. And that's what you can always pinpoint. Look in the world and see this shit. You know, they changing how the way we gain security, money through, you know what I'm saying, and shit like that. We got all this crypto shit, you know what I'm saying? Nobody knows which is right is what's left. But for the most part, you can use this for your own self and find your own way to fixate on your own way of thinking and being practical as within the Taurus and the Taurus spirit that you have as your in your houses, and wherever you got Taurus at, that's where a whole bunch of change is gonna happen. That's where a whole bunch of individuality is gonna happen. That's where a whole bunch of, you know what I'm saying, rebellious or opposing type of energy could possibly play out as well. You know what I'm saying, based on that modality, or that planet being in motherfucking Taurus. Yeah, so Mars conjunct Jupiter. Also, you know what I'm saying, we're going to be passionate about expansion and shit like that. So everybody going to want to be passionate about, you know what I'm saying, expressing themselves and things of that nature. Passionate about expansion, passionate about meanings and reasons, passionate about, you know, getting to places and meanings and reasons on what we do, why we do it for, and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So try not to get into too many heated arguments and shit like that, because that's a fast energy and shit like that. And so you just may be passionate to experience, you know, whatever the fuck you experience as shit like that, and that's how you burn a fucking bridge and things of that nature. So you don't want to burn no bridges and shit like that based on you just being passionate to experience some shit. You know what I'm saying? You want to be a little wise. You still got to be a little wise as Jupiter. You know what I'm saying? You know, Jupiter rules wisdom, knowledge, you know what I'm saying, experiences, meanings and reasonings and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you tapping into that nature as well and shit like that. Pay attention to your experiences, you know? Transform your experiences. Get your experience, you know, you want to experience something more free and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? In a way where it's more conducive to your spirit and shit like that. Not you, you know, trying to train wreck somebody else shit. You know what I'm saying? Now, there's going to be a little bit of that anyway, because its individuality is in Aries. Mars and Jupiter is in Aries, which is the first house. You know what I'm saying? That rules, you know, passion, motivation, individuality. You know what I'm saying? Personality, personal self, and things of that nature. So we all gonna want to be passionate and want to experience our personal passion and shit like that, regardless of everything that's going on around us. Okay? It's not about surroundings when it comes to your passion right now. It's in Aries. It's about you. It's about you. It's about you. Okay? It's about your vision and shit like that. And sometimes you gotta trailblaze and things of that nature. Motherfuckers might not get it at the moment and shit like that, but motherfucker, who said motherfuckers was supposed to get it and shit like that? You coming down here as experience this shit for you and things of that nature. Ain't no handbook to this shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just what we experience, and the better we know how to interpret those experiences, that's it. Jupiter conjunct Neptune, okay? So this is experiencing dreams or illusions and shit like that, you know. So you could be expanding your dreams, your illusions and shit like that. Make sure it's about creativity, of course, and things of that nature, or your imaginations, or how you want to, experience that and things. And then we got Neptune sextile Pluto. So this is taking control of dreams and shit. But yeah, so that's the mother. So yeah, so Neptune sextile Pluto, you know what I'm saying? We're all trying to take power and control over our imaginations, dreams, and also put depth to illusions and shit like that. We've been in a big ass illusion over the last 300, 400 years, based on 500 years, based on 2,000 years, based on how we was being ruled and shit like that. None of us got wealth. None of us got that shit. None of us know how to do with these. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, y'all. None of us got, you know what I'm saying? They was telling you to pray to Allah, pray to Jesus and shit like that. He's gonna come and bless you overnight and shit like that. And we now realizing that shit ain't even work like that. You know what I'm saying? That shit ain't even work like that. You know, so it's just a weird situation that we in. You know what I'm saying? We all going through a depth, you know what I'm saying, where our imaginations was and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So, But for the most part, it's something that we're all here to do. We all showed up at this specific point, place, and time and shit like that to understand ourselves, okay? And I appreciate y'all for motherfucking tapping in. I'm Ceito, the Spirit Coach. Like I said, if if you like this video, whatever, share and all that shit. I don't know what them people be saying, but for the most part, what I'm saying, CeitoWorld.com, tap in, music is there, new music is there, Renegade is out now, motherfucking, membership is popping and shit like that. So make sure y'all join the membership. I'm gonna connect with my members in the motherfucking group today. You know what I'm saying? The group chat and shit like that. I haven't forgot about y'all. And then we got motherfucking, we got, the booking sites and shit like that. So, yeah, so I appreciate everyone and everybody that's watching this video now, that's gonna watch this video later. Much love, man. I'm Ceito, the Spirit Coach. Get your ass in the game.